Hello and welcome to the University City Hall in Limerick, and next to us we have the honor to speak to the very first winner of the Irish Eurovision Song Contest, Dana. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, I'm delighted that you're here.
Tell me, how does it feel for you to smell Eurovision air again, because you're part of this fantastic Eurovision Irish Winners Tour?
We have had a really wonderful time. We're very happy together. Of course, we have 6 of the Irish winners who are taking part in the programme, and we just enjoy each other's company but also each other's talent, and the audiences have been wonderful. We're paying tribute to so many of the other Eurovision songs who have won the competition, so we sing our own, but we also pay tribute to the other European countries who've won.
Excellent, so it's a very good idea. Who had this idea to set up this special tour?
Well, it was the idea of 2 men. One is Louis Walsh, who is one of the judges on the X Factor, and Conor Mulhall, who does a lot of promotion in Ireland. And together they're both very big Eurovision fans. And so they approached each of us and asked if we would be part of this very, very unique concert performance.
So, and I think it's 2 more dates. It's now today in Limerick, and then 1 more tomorrow in
Cork.
In Cork.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go back to the very beginning. When did you start to sing?
Well, I came from a very musical family and also a very musical city. So I think I started singing when I was about 4 years of age, but I sang on the stage for the first time when I was 6 years of age. I won a little, well, it was a big competition, but I was very little, and that was the beginning of my solo career.
Now, how did you get your name Dana? Because Dana is not your real name.
No, Dana was a nickname. It began when I was still in school, about 15 years of age, and when I got my first recording contract, the girls in my class voted on 3 different names for my stage name, and the name they picked was Dana.
Now, what do you say that actually Dana International has taken your first name for her career, the Israeli winner from '98?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that was because of my name, but
yeah.
Excellent.
Fantastic. So, can you tell us your way to Eurovision? How did you get to sing in the national final in 1970, and then how did you get to represent Ireland?
Well, at that time, the national broadcaster, RTE, Radio Televisión, would pick 8 songs. Then they would do auditions, because most of our professional artists had already taken part in Eurovision. They opened it up to amateurs, and I was still at school. So in 1969, I was chosen to sing in the National Song Contest. I came second, and the next year, the head of Light Entertainment in RTE, his name is Tom McGrath, he remembered me. And he called me and he said, I have a song called All Kinds of Everything. I think it would suit you. Will you sing it? And that's how I sang in the National. I was voted the winner of the National, and I went to Amsterdam, to your country.
To the Netherlands. And,
yes.
And we have a little gift for you from the Netherlands, some stroopwafels. That's like waffles from, it's really Dutch.
Well, thank you very much.
So a little memory from your time back in 1970.
Yes, because Holland is very special to me. I sang in Hilversum, and every time I return to Holland, I have very happy memories of being there.
Thank you. Do you have any anecdotes you want to share with us from 1970, from that Eurovision?
Well, in 1970, Julio Iglesias sang for Spain, and he then went on to be a worldwide star. And Mary Hopkins sang for England. I was a very big fan of Mary Hopkins, and so I was totally mesmerized by this beautiful girl. I couldn't believe that I was standing next to her. And of course, Julio Iglesias was very handsome, and he wore a black cloak, and he would sing his scales la 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 up and down the corridor, and when he would get to the end of the corridor he would swing his cloak around like a matador. And I remember feeling very embarrassed because I'd never seen anybody sing like that and walk like that. That's a very big memory. And also there were 3 beautiful girls, I think, sang for Holland that year. I don't remember their individual names, but we were almost of the same age, and they were so kind to me. They were so lovely, and we became very good friends during that week.
Fantastic. All kinds of everything. I have come across a German version of it.
Yes.
Do you speak any German?
Well, I recorded it in German, and I went on to record German versions of hits I'd had in England and other. Spiel nicht mit mir und meinem Glück was Please Tell Him I Said Hello. And Meine erste Liebe was the German version of All Kinds of Everything. And I recorded others, I can't remember their titles now, but yeah.
Can you remember a bit of the song itself, of All Kinds of Everything in German?
Only one line. Alles und noch viel mehr. And then I forget the rest.
Reminds me
of you. That's it. That's it.
Fantastic. It's really a big honor to have this interview with you.
It's my pleasure.
Really amazing. Now, can you give us a bit of a rundown of your musical career after the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, I was very lucky that I had a number of European-wide hit records, which I always appreciated. And I returned to Holland quite a few times. I did a number of big variety programs there where we had artists from other parts of the world who came. And a lot in Germany because they had a lot of Music Latin was one of their big pop programs, and other ones that I just can't recall the names of now. So I traveled a lot throughout Europe, and I must say I enjoyed it very much. And then in the late 1970s, I had a cancer scare with my vocal cords. Then for almost 5 years, I did record, but I did very little live work. I couldn't sing live. And then I married very soon after that. And I continued recording, but not so much live work. And then in the 1990s, we lived in America, my husband and I returned to Europe at the end of the 90s, and I became a member of the European Parliament. So I was still in Europe, but not in music, but in politics. So here is the wonderful Johnny Logan.
That's amazing. Hello.
This year, what are you doing here? Long time. How are you? Sorry for interrupting. We know each other for years.
No problem.
You're talking to the right person.
Hi, Johnny. Nice to meet you. How are you?
It's good to see you.
See you later. Thank you.
Johnny is a very dear friend. I've known Johnny since he was a little boy and I was a young girl, and we've remained friends through all that time. So I'm very proud.
When you joined politics in the late 90s. Okay.
Yes.
But how does that combine with music?
Well, you know, in music, my main thing that I love the most is people. I love to be performing on stage, but I love equally to spend time speaking with people after the performance. Sometimes I would speak longer after the performance than during the performance. It has always been I love people. And so politics, again, you're dealing with people, you know.
Yes.
If you're not focused on people as a politician, then you're in the wrong job, you know. And in a way, the Eurovision Song Contest was a tremendous help to me in the European Parliament. I remember I had great difficulty getting a meeting with a particular commissioner, and I needed to talk to him about a need in my constituency. And so one day he was addressing our group, and I went running out after him, and his assistant was just behind him, and I caught his assistant and I said, I really need a meeting with your commissioner. And he said, are you Dana? Did you win the Eurovision Song Contest for Ireland in 1970? And I said, yes. And he said, what day and what time do you want to meet him? So the Eurovision opened many doors.
Fantastic. Did you actually think you would win it in 1970?
No, I really didn't. I never for 1 second even thought about the possibility of winning. It was too unreal for me to win.
What was your reaction when you were in the green room and you were announced the winner?
Well, at that time, we were in a modern theatre in Hilversum, not unlike this theatre. And we were in a room at the back of the stage, all the artists. We were sitting around a long table, watching a television screen. And as each person got a vote, we were cheering for the other person. I was so busy watching all these beautiful people, trying to remember everything, because I thought I will never, ever do anything like this again. And then they moved us from the side of the stage, from the room to the side of the stage. And during that move, I got a very big vote, but I didn't know I got it. So then we were standing around a television on the side of the stage. On one side was Mary Hopkin, on the other was my lovely Dutch friends, and there was Julio Iglesias, and I think Katja Epstein sang for Germany. Beautiful, statuesque, blonde woman. I wasn't watching the votes. I was watching all these beautiful people, and then suddenly the stage manager grabbed me by the wrist and began pulling me, and he said, come with me, you've won. And I said, no, I haven't won, because there was another vote to come in, and I didn't know the votes, I didn't know the score. And I'm pulling against him with all my weight. And he said, no, you've got to go. And Mary Hopkins said, you have won. And it was like total shock. I walked like a lamb to the side of the stage, and I was in total shock. And I think I was in shock for 6 months.
Wow, it's really nice, really interesting to hear the way you say it as well. It's amazing. All kinds of everything. Has that been recorded in other languages as well, apart from German?
Well, I only recorded it in German. I know that it has been a hit in the United States. It was recorded by, I think, a very big country star there. And I heard that Marie Osmond had also recorded it. But that's the only language I know of. But there's someone sent me a link on YouTube. There's a beautiful little girl sings it in Japanese, I think.
Okay. Wow.
So they translate it into their own languages.
Wow. Amazing. Johnny Logan, who we just met, he's been at Eurovision twice,
yes.
as a singer and the winner, of course, and he has won the 92 as a composer for Linda Martin. Have you tried to come back to Eurovision in the years?
No, I never did. I'm so proud of Johnny, because he's such a gifted writer and performer. And he also had a #2 song in Eurovision with Linda Martin. Terminal 3. Yeah. Exactly. And that's a very wonderful thing. But no, I never... I once had a song in the Irish National Song Contest. And I may enter one and see what happens. I don't know.
That was my question. Would you want to sing again for Ireland?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to see. Perhaps.
Oh, we would like to see you back again.
Oh, well, thank you.
But what are the plans, your future plans in terms of music or politics? Do you have any plans coming up?
Well, I have a music company, my husband and I, called DS Music. And I'm recording a lot, which I enjoy very much. And I do various live performances where I'm invited. So I'm hoping they'll invite me to Holland because I'd like to go back there.
Well, we hope to get this whole Irish Winners Tour into Europe, so that most
that would
people,
be so lovely.
all the fans, can actually see the Irish winners that have won the Eurovision Song Contest.
That would be
nice.
lovely, and they can hear so many of the wonderful songs that won. We have such fun singing them. I do hope that will happen because I think it's wonderful to find something that unites us. And anything that unites people from the different countries is good. And when it's music and laughter, it's extra good.
Absolutely fantastic. Have you been following Eurovision over the later years now, in the zeros and this year in particular?
Yes.
What do you think of the show these days?
Well, I've had to make a big adjustment because I like the intimacy of a concert hall. I like watching. When it's a stadium, it's harder to feel close to the artist because they must perform for a stadium, which is sometimes very big for a television screen. But I've had to adjust, and now I just regard it as a celebration. It's a big party and a big celebration, and I do enjoy it, and I love the ethnic input. I love that you can have grandmothers from Russia alongside stunning dancers, and I mean it's just a celebration, and that I think is wonderful.
You're not only a singer and politician, but you also have been doing show hosting, television show hosting. So what do you like most of all of this? You do so many things, but what is your favorite?
Well, in their own way, each different thing you do has its own enjoyment. I present a radio show in the United Kingdom. I love interviewing people. I love learning about their lives. I've loved this show because we're a company, we're a team. And if one of us makes a mistake or one of us doesn't feel too well, you have friends who are right there for you, and that's wonderful. I love that people the audience, they jump to their feet and sing with us and applaud, and it brings such an enjoyment. I just love that. There's so much for people to be worried about today. A lot of lives are under a great deal of stress, and we have found with this show it's been a real joy, and people have said, oh, I'm so glad I came, and I didn't think I knew all the words to all those songs, and not just the songs but all those memories. So it's been such a pleasure. But I like television work too. I like presenting. I've written my autobiography recently. That's hard work. Now that is very hard work to write. I'm not sure I'd want to write too many books, but I think when you're interacting with people, whether it's interviewing or whether it's on a stage, you know, you just feel so good to be around people, good people.
It's really amazing words you say. Dana, we could chat on and on. It's been really a pleasure, and we have to keep something for the next time we meet. Shall we?
It's my pleasure.
Stop here. But we wish you all the best of luck for your career, for your musical career, as well as for the politics. You try to become the president of Ireland, and hope you're going to succeed eventually, sometime.
Well, no, I think I just want to say to your viewers and to your listeners a very big thank you, and a lot of love for all the love and encouragement that you give to me, you give to us in our lives, and Eurovision is a great unity, a great joy. So thank you.